Hi, parents and guardians. My name is Ms. Rodriguez. I'm the school counselor, and I wanted to create a quick tutorial video to possibly answer any questions you may have regarding the Explore Middle School application process. So Explore Middle School is a Hudson County school. So what does that mean? That basically means it falls under the umbrella of three different schools that are high tech, in County Prep, which are high schools, and then Explore Middle School. So the middle school accepts anywhere between, I believe, 50 to 60 students incoming each year. And they accept students from all of Hudson County, which means all cities from Hudson County. And I believe there's 13 cities: Jersey City, Bayonne, Gothenburg, Weehawken, and through the whole spectrum of cities that are in Jersey City. So it's probably one of the most competitive or difficult ones to receive admission to. But of course, we always encourage our wonderful students to apply if you feel that this school would be a good fit for them. So I'm going to quickly share my screen, go over a few things or questions you may have, show you how to kind of navigate. Everything's done through the Explorer website. So everything's pretty much done right through their direct website. I'm going to share my screen and go over a few things with you. Right, the first thing I want to show you, this is they actually gave us a training, so they shared this slide with us. So like I said before, Explore Middle School is part of the Hudson County Schools of Technology umbrella. It's located on 9th Street in Jersey City downtown. They have a lot of really cool options. They're known as the Wolf Pack. That's kind of their school their school animal, the Wolf Pack. And I'm going to go through this a little quickly. So they're really big on hands-on learning, problem solving. They really want students that are independent, are self-directed. That's a really big thing for them because they start school really early. Some of them have to catch busing really early. They're there a little later. They don't want a student that has to kind of be handheld. We want definitely more independent, self-directed students. Really big on community, right? One of their students created this. So there's a really big sense of community there. It is a smaller setting, right? So a huge sense of community and helping each other out. Very project-based approach here. So a lot of stuff is hands-on with the incorporation of the different subject areas, big on character development, team building, critical thinking. That's a really huge part of Explore Middle School. Their academic classes range from here, and you can read them when you have time to pause the video and read through them, but from like your basic math, Spanish language arts classes, phys eds, character development and independent reading is a really big piece for them as well, because everything's so technology. They want to make sure that just kind of coming in and having time to read a book is really important to them as well. Some of their CTE classes, they expose them to these classes because the high schools really focus in on these, but they receive exposure in the middle school level are DFAB, vocal and performing arts, media art, production, culinary arts, journalism, and PLTW, which is like medical type, their medical portion of the program. They expose them via guest speakers, via field trips, so that when they're ready to apply to high schools, if they decide to apply to one of the Hudson County Schools of Technology, which are County Prep or High Tech, they would have received exposure to these different majors that are offered at the high school level. They do a lot of things into the disciplinary thematic units. So we're talking about like health and wellness is their first quarter for social emotional learning, coming of age and the future, which is science and technology. Tons, like I said before, of field experiences and guest speakers. So that really kind of distinguishes this from maybe some other middle schools. Part of those field experiences or and guest speakers are right over here. They're listed here. Anything on resilience, they've been to the Museo del Barrio, Urban Air. So a lot of great kind of exposure to different experiences. The yearbook cover. The yearbook is created by the students. A lot of things are created like the students. Like I said before, they're really huge on an independence piece, making sure that the children are self-directed, and there's a very big independence piece where if they want to take something on, they allow them to take it on. There's really no hand-holding here in this school. Some after-school programs. So the after-school programs are Monday through Thursday, and they're from 2:30 to 4. I believe they're at no cost to you. And transportation is provided back home. So if they decide not to do the after school program, that they believe transportation starts at 2:15 because their school starts really early in the morning, a lot earlier than what our schools normally start. But if they decide to do the after school programs, then 4 o'clock would be when transportation starts for them. And these are just a few of the things that they have there. Some of them were ones that were kind of implemented by teachers, and some were brought in by students who had ideas that wanted to bring in some of these after school programs. There is a student council where they have like a president, vice president, I believe a secretary and treasurer. And if your child's interested in having that type of leadership role, they're more than welcome to do that. Again, the student council holds things like the Spring Fling, Spirit Week, which is something that's usually held. And they also have an 8th grade formal. So those are some really fun activities. There's a National Junior Honor Society. So the way that we have here at PS20 and Elementary Honor Society, they have a National Junior Honor Society. And of course, those come with these minimum requirements of a 3.8, 20 hours of community service, recognized leadership skills. So this is something that's really cool and they can be part of. They're really big on learning through technology. They're a one-on-one school with technology. Each student will receive their own Chromebook, sort of like what we have here as well, the PS20 school. And the parent-student portal for them is Power School. That's what they use. Again, really big on the Chromebook being one-on-one, and they'll give you support with anything that has to do with technology, okay? These are some press releases. They really encourage you to join their social media website and follow them so you can see a lot of the great things that are happening at Explorer Middle School. The facility, it is a facility that I believe that they purchased and they put a lot of money towards maintaining. They have a brand new turf in the backyard, which is great because kids kind of can play all year round. They don't have to worry about mud or dirt. They have a fitness center. They put in a little playground. So they really invested a lot of money into the school. Transportation, the buses arrive at Explorer anywhere between 7:15 and 7:30. They have a really early work day. They start departing the school at about 2:20, but if they're in the after school program, they depart at 4 o'clock. Food services, there is a chef there. Her name is Chef Joanna. I'm going to move my screen right here so you can get a picture of her. And they provide hot breakfast and lunch to the students every day. The menu is available on their website, and they do have vegan or vegetarian or dairy-free options, as well as the fact that they're a nut-free facility. The alumni, their students, when they're graduating, these are just some of the schools that they attend: County Prep, High Tech, McNair, St. Peter's Prep, Notre Dame School, Regis High School. Proof of residence, it's really, really important. Obviously, you have to provide proof of residence. If you do not live in Hudson County or you plan on moving before the application process happens or when they're beginning school, then you would not be able to attend the school. So make sure that you are a Hudson County resident. It doesn't have to be just Jersey City, somewhere in Hudson County to apply. Some important dates right now is the open house was October 24th. The application opens October 25th. Thursday, November 30th, the application closes for students. So it's really important that you get that in. They are really big on deadlines. You won't be able to do it after that date. Recommendation letters are due in terms of the teacher's part, December 11th. And the teachers obviously will take care of that because there's a portion where you have to put in their email addresses, and the My School Counselor's report is due by December 22nd. Through the whole process, as it gets completed, you will receive an email. So they're really big on just sending you email communications as each part is complete. Email notification, like I said before, everything's sent via email. You have to have a personal email account. So when you fill out the application, it's really, really important that you put your email in as the primary email address. It may ask for your child's email later, but for primary, it has to be yours. And there's a verification process to verify that it is truly your email, because every type of communications via email. I wouldn't be able to answer questions for you because you receive email notifications and you would have to call the school directly for any of those questions you may have. Some FAQs. So how do I apply? Everything's right on the Explorer website. What do you need for the application? I'm going to show you a really awesome YouTube video that will bring you step by step on what you need to do for the application process. How would the student counselor know how it's submitted? So we have an online portal, and as you apply, our portal gets updated. So we receive the names of the students that applied. Our applications reviewed based on the date the application is submitted? Absolutely not. It's not on a first come, first serve basis. So when you get that application in, as long as you get it in before the deadline, they look at all of them across the board fairly. How do I check the status? Application status is not available by phone or email. Please be patient with the review process. What is being considered? So what are they looking at? They're looking at grades, transcripts, attendance, test scores, teacher recommendations, guidance, school counselors' recommendations, their essay, their special skills, their interests. Pretty much they're looking for a well-rounded student, one who's self-driven, self-directed, And, you know, make sure that you have good grades and that your behavior and attendance are all amazing as well. Do you take transfer students? They do not take transfer students. Is there a wait list? There will be no wait list, but you can appeal. So for some reason you're not accepted, you can send in an appeal and those would be looked at and reviewed. So if that's something that you really want, then you have the option to do that. They currently have about 150 students at Explorer. So, you know, as I told you before, it's a really small and intimate school. There is a dress code and students are required to wear their school ID, okay? I want to quickly go over this. So, you're gonna need teacher emails. So to retrieve teacher emails, and you're looking at teachers who taught in 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and also it doesn't have to necessarily be a homeroom teacher. If your student had the same teacher for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, then you can lean on specialist emails as well because they're teachers as well. So maybe Mr. Mark or Julie Mark or Miss Jamie, those are also Miss Lagunas. Those are also teachers that you can utilize as a teacher recommendation. If you go on our school website, which is ps20.jcboe.org, and then you click on Contact Us, right over here, you will have all of our emails. So not only a picture of the teacher's name and their email addresses, which are listed right below their name, okay? If you go down to the bottom, because you're gonna need my email address, and my email address is different from my last name because it's my maiden name. If you look here, School Counselor Myra Rodriguez, my email address is mrivera4@jcboe.org, okay? When you go to the Explore website, if you click on admissions, right over here, click to watch the application video instructions. There is a tutorial that runs you about 10 minutes, step by step on how to go through the application. So if you click on it, it runs you through exactly.
Hello, and welcome to the step-by-step guide of completing
just about maybe a minute of it, and then you can do that at your own time when you visit the website.
the application for the 2024-2025 school year for Hudson County Schools of Technology's Explorer Middle School. My name is Aslancho Los Baños, and I am the Data Management and Technology Resource Coordinator for the district. I will be guiding you in this video to make the application process a breeze. Let's get started. To start the application process, please visit HCST's website by going to www.hcstonline.org. Under Admissions, click Middle School. You will click the button that says Click here to apply. This screen is the first portion of the application process. If you look at the top right corner, it currently states English US. If you would like the screen to be available to you in Spanish, click on the dropdown and select Espanol. The screen will be translated in Spanish.
So I'm going to stop it there, but just know that you can run through this whole video step by step to guide you on how to apply. And then you click right over here to apply. Everything's done online, and here are all of your important dates. So I hope that this video tutorial helps you, makes you feel more comfortable through the application process. The question after this a lot of times is, okay, well, when does AP applications come out, or what are my other options? The AP application process usually happens more towards the springtime. We're looking at sometime usually in March or April. So of course, ahead of time, we'll make sure that you have all the information that you need for those schools to apply. Our feeder middle school is MS40. So that's where our students attend once they leave PS20, unless they receive acceptance into Explore, unless they receive acceptance into the AP program. And your only other option would be something called, obviously, charter schools. Please do your due diligence to find out where charter schools are open, what application processes they have, if that's a route you think you may want to go. You have to kind of do your own due diligence. So get more information on charter schools. I know a lot of those deadlines or applications are open now. So make sure you just kind of research and see what you think would be a best fit for your child. Private schools, obviously, you have to do your due diligence again as well to just find out more information on any of the private schools that you may be interested in. So, and then the last option would be open enrollment. That's something you would look at to do in June. Open enrollment is sort of like asking special permission. Maybe you feel that you didn't get into any of these schools, or maybe they're just not a good fit for your child, or maybe you're not okay with them going to 40 for whatever reason, because I worked at 40, I love 40. So whatever it is, whatever you feel is the best fit for your child, there's something called open enrollment. It's like asking special permission for your child to attend another school. In the district, you have to provide busing, your own like transportation for them. There is no busing provided for them, except if you live really far, they may give you bus tickets. But that's something that we won't look at till more in June. I hope you have a super amazing day. I hope this helped you. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to call the school.